I think some of you wrote my history on the website of Ben. I'm a professional photographer specializing in portrait and wedding photography. Most of my work is I work abroad, just few of them in Spain, mostly children in Spain. Well, I really don't know. I will try to tell you in few words how I work. Or I started 26 years ago as a photographer. I also work in a professional lab. Did you know, Ben? No. For almost 15 years. So I have both sides. Once because I print all my images, and I think it gives me a lot of advantage. A lot of professional photographers ask me, how do you shoot or how do you work? I always tell the same. I'm a very simple photographer. I just work with natural light and one additional light with flash, maybe two, but it's not very usual. I always work with natural light, and then I edit in Photoshop. I brought some images. I don't know how I'm going to show them, because with the before and after, because I thought it would be interesting for you to know how is the original image and how I edit them to the final image. I always tell the same, and is that you first have to shoot the right image. You have to learn the technique. When I edit, it's not the solution of something I did wrong. We will see it now. That the original image is just, it could be a final image. But I want to give my personal view, and that's why I did. But it's something you have to know, that it's not a solution. The edition is not the solution of something you did wrong. And I think you have the chance to learn a lot with Ben. He's a really good technician, and I think you can teach them how to take that right shot. I think I will give you my iPad, and you can okay. I will give you my iPad, and you will see. I think there are 14 images with a before and after. So,
into small groups.
Yes.
Okay. So we do small groups.
Sí, se ve bastante.
Sí, se ve.
You can ask me something if you want while they are having a look to the images.
So it's the Photoshop editing, the post-production.
Yes. I just make a few retouches with Lightroom, and then I go.
Some filters and some. What's it called? The editing modes. I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, no, vintage, or I don't know.
Yes, it's like the preset effects, the Photoshop effects.
Yes, but what I do in my images, when shooting, I always know where I need the light, because I can see the image in the final process. So if you have the light coming from the window, and I know that when I edit the image, I will take the best of the image with the light on that side. So it's something you have to see before the edition.
So when do you want to have your light normally, the sunlight? Behind the model, in front, on the side?
On one side.
On one of the sides?
Yes, one of the sides. And if I work in the open air, that's where I use an additional light, because maybe I need some shadows, or I want some shadows, or more light coming from one side. That one is just with a silver reflector, with a silver reflector, just one.
And the extra light is created in Photoshop?
But as I have the original light where I want, I can take it when I edit them. So that's the secret.
And you prefer sunlight or cloudy? Direct sun?
If I work in the open air, cloudy, because then I help. Because in the open air I always help with one light, and it's not I measure for the sunlight. And then help with a flash, but with less light. And if I work indoor, I always try to find a window and I have no light help.
And what kind of spots do you prefer? Beach or wood, forest?
Forest.
Yes? You like forest?
Love forest.
Because there is not so direct
most of them are made, well, quite a lot of them are made in forest.
¿Cómo es eso que decías que si estás al sol mides, si está nublado mides como...?
Yo siempre mido, o sea, mi luz principal es la luz natural.
Sí.
La de medición es la luz natural, siempre. Sí. Y el apoyo que tengo de luz es de un flash, normalmente sí, siempre trabajo con flash, pero rebajado. Entonces tengo un golpe de luz que me da ese contraste que necesito o que quiero, lo puedo controlar mejor que si lo trabajo sin nada. Pero siempre la medición mía es la luz natural.
Es decir, pones el fotómetro con la luz natural.
Exactamente.
Sin tener en cuenta esa luz que añades luego.
La luz que añado luego está siempre rebajada 1/3 o 2/3, dependiendo del contraste del día.
¿Rebajada cómo?
Lo bajo el flash, tú puedes disparar a máxima potencia, la potencia normal, y luego tú puedes ir reduciendo esa fuerza de flash. Entonces yo reduzco, el flash siempre está rebajado.
Pero el reflector, por ejemplo, lo bajas... No,
ahí tenemos un ejemplo de un reflector, que el reflector ahí, por ejemplo, me ha dado mucha luz. Bueno, me interesaba en ese momento y trabajé con un reflector con plata.
Plateado. ¿Pero eso no te subiría un poco la luz natural, el plateado?
Sí, me subió mucho.
Entonces mides un poco menos, bajas...
No, en ese caso medí con la luz que me daba el reflector. Sí. Okay. En ese caso medí con la luz que me daba.
Cuando tienes una fuente que es más alta,
sí, exactamente.
Mides con la más alta.
Exacto. Son casos más puntuales, pero porque no es una forma habitual de trabajar mía, ¿eh? No es habitual. Pero me encontré en un bosque que casi no había luz y entonces aproveché un poquito de luz que me entraba y digo, pues voy a meter el reflector, porque lo quiero ahora aquí, la imagen y las poses, ahora cuando lo pase lo verás. Me interesaba que estuviesen iluminadas.
¿Y qué tipo de objetivo es tu preferido? No, es decir...
No trabajo con ópticas fijas, pero no trabajo con ópticas fijas, pero es por una cuestión, sinceramente, por comodidad. Claro. Porque la rapidez con la que yo trabajo, sobre todo con niños o las bodas, hay veces que no me permiten hacer esos cambios tan rápidos de cámaras.
Vale. ¿Y me refería si utilizas el teleobjetivo o alguno más de cerca, no?
Sí, es un teleobjetivo.
Teleobjetivo, ¿no?
Sí.
70-200, por ejemplo.
Sí. sí, sí. Y el 24 105.
Yo vi en tu página que usas una Fuji también. ¿Alguna de las fotos?
No,
¿No?
no.
Una Fine Pics decía.
Hace muchos
Pero están muy
años.
buenas esas fotos.
Un año con la S3 Pro.
S3 Pro.
Pero hace años, fue mi primera cámara digital. La Fuji S3 Pro. Luego ya pasé a Canon y sigo con Canon. Y ahora mi equipo de trabajo es la 5 Mark II y la 6D.
Pero decir que con una compacta, porque es una compacta, ¿no? La que tenías. Esa...
No, era una reflex. La S3 Pro es una
esa
reflex. Que aún la tengo, pero pobrecita está.
Está muy bien esas fotos. Y
Sí.
esas que tenías de texturas de hojas y todo, esas
Sí.
están muy trabajadas.
Esas están con la S3 Pro,
Sí.
curiosamente, porque esa ya hace años que están hechas. Y sí, trabajo, como era algo más artístico, ahí fui a utilizar más texturas. En retrato últimamente no lo estoy utilizando tanto, porque cada vez más mi trabajo es retrato y boda.
Pero esas fotos estaban trabajadas luego en edición, en post-edición
Sí.
bastante.
No pienses, ¿eh? ¿No? A ver, mucha gente se puede pensar que hay mucho retoque, pero ahora lo verás que la diferencia del antes y el después, como el original ya es bueno.
¿Están aquí esas también?
Sí, porque aquí os he traído retrato, ¿eh? Sorry?
Do you work with Lightroom?
Yes, always.
So you work from Lightroom?
If I don't have to edit, or it's an image that is not going to be, is not going to have a post edition, I always work with Lightroom, with a standard, with the standard corrections, just levels or maybe some color, because with Canon sometimes the reds are too high, and I hate reds in faces. So I work with Lightroom before, always.
How do you manage this? How do you manage all your pictures? Do
Mhm.
you delete some, or you keep all of it, or you keep only the one that you've been working on? How do you
To choose them.
yeah, and
In a portrait session, there is always one which is the queen, and I make a selection of 10, usually 10, that I think are are the best for a post-production. I would like also to tell you that there are two kinds of works I usually do. The standard ones where a lot of images are edited with Photoshop, and then the fantasy. We have some images. Have you seen them? There are some images for fantasy photography where there is a lot of post-production. Another thing, I never make photo composition. I could do that. I mean, I never shoot the model with with a gray background in a studio, and then I use an image from outside. Never. I love search locations, go there with the models, with the kids. They give me much more in location, much more. I can't be inside a studio.
It's artificial.
Yes, and I am a free soul. Would you say that? I'm a free soul. So if I stay inside a studio, I think it would kill me. Literally, it will kill me. I can't, and the studio doesn't give me the creativity I need. In location with kids or with seniors or in a wedding. Well, in a wedding, the location is the kind of weddings I shoot. They give me
Nice of it.
everything. And with senior child portrait, I love location and work with them there. There are so many things I can do.
And if you have a client, how many pictures you work and you give to them? If you do, for example, portrait session with a kid.
Okay, right. When with a portrait session with a kid, I usually give the client 30 images with the standard correction, and then 10 with
Special.
with with personalized retouching.
And how many pictures you do during the session, and how many hours is the session?
The session takes about 2 hours, and maybe 600 images.
And out of these, you choose 30
30,
best,
30,
or
and
the
then
client choose? You choose or client choose?
I have to say I'm lucky because my clients really trust me, and they say it's up to you, just choose
The best ones.
the best ones. And
So you are free to choose the
Yes.
ones that you think
Yes.
are the best.
what sometimes happens is that maybe the father or the mother doesn't like the child because there is an expression that they don't want to see in their kids. But
Yes, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I say. Yeah. No, I just wanted to confirm the same thing. Yeah.
Do you always work with an assistant, so you have someone else providing light, or do you sometimes work just on your own, just with the camera?
mostly on my own. But when I work with a fantasy, with an
So you
assistant.
don't need anyone else to provide the extra light or side flash?
It would help me a lot.
Yeah, but
But,
normally you work alone.
but people don't pay for that.
No. So you work alone?
Then you have to cut this. Of course, it helps the photographer if you go with an assistant. But with an easy portrait session, I can work alone.
Or the parents can help you hold
The
some
parents
bouncer.
do help me,
Yes, with changing the clothes
and they love it.
and
They
dressing.
love it because
and
it's
then
something
holding the
new
sun
for
bouncer.
them, and they have to help me so much with the kids that
Yes.
when they are holding the light, and I ask the kid, look to the light, look to your father or mom.
Yes, it's easier.
It's
more
easier.
personal.
But with fantasy, always with an assistant.
Do you shot on dry?
Raw, always. And very important, 16 bits. Always 16 bits. Why? Because when you edit in Photoshop to this quality, and depending on the adjustments you make, you can lose information with 8 bits. So always 16, always.
If you do fantasy, you have the dress for the kids, or they need to find it in the grandmother's.
When I do fantasy, I first meet the kids or the kid. Sometimes there are two. And I try to know them a little bit, to know what they like or how their mood is. And then I take home this feeling of them, and then I start to create a story. The story comes after I meet them, always, because I need to know how they are. That's it.
Yeah, it
Yes.
also helps the relationship, no? If you meet them twice,
Yes, you have always.
you can expect some better.
It's somehow too cold when you have to shoot someone you don't know, because you have to take the best of that person, and it helps quite a lot if you know them.
Yes.
It doesn't happen the same with wedding photography, because I don't know the couple. They just trust my work, and
They're enjoying their best day.
and they are not. They don't care. They don't care if I'm there or not. Just for a few minutes when I do the portrait session. But with a fantasy session, yes, you have to.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Okay, so the composition is excellent, the lighting is excellent, but how much of a master of Photoshop do you need to be to create something special?
Do you mean what do you mean
Okay,
exactly?
for example, I might have a photo and I'm thinking, okay, my composition is fantastic, the light is wonderful, but then to create a really fantastic picture, how much do I need to have a good knowledge about Photoshop or Lightroom to really finish the product? Do you understand?
It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. You have to edit and edit and edit and edit and edit, because then when you have hours and hours editing, when you shoot, then you know what you have to do, because you know how the results are going to be, and you know every time how you have to shoot, what you want, where you want the light. An edition takes time.
Also, the selection process takes time. I can imagine. Go through the 600 pictures and choose the 13.
That's quite fast.
Yes.
Yes, because when you know what you want, you just go like this, and you know which one are the best, and usually just one. Is the best.
What do you do with those 600 afterwards? Do you store them or just you keep the best 30?
I store them, but not the 600. Not the 600 because I threw quite a lot away. But maybe I keep 100. The final images selected are around 100.
And then you do the super selection of the 30.
Yes, that's right.
You do a selection of 100,
Yeah.
and then you look at them again and compare 3 pictures, and you choose the best one of those.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Very good.
What do you do not to use a quality? Because if you put them on Lightroom, make the selection, then you save them, export them, you lose a bit of the quality every time, isn't it?
When I export them to TIFF, no, they don't lose.
You export them to TIFF, not JPEG.
No, never. Keep in mind, if you want to work with high resolution images, you have to work with TIFF. That's something that maybe some professional photographers could say no, because I know some great wedding photographers that actually work with JPEG. In my opinion, it shouldn't be like that. But because if you want to go back to the image, you lose information because there is a compression, and no, it doesn't work for me.
But the pictures on your website will be the JPEG normally, no? Because
Well,
to
no,
use
well-
them on the web,
Oh, on the website are
yes, but
JPEG.
you hand out to the clients the TIFF.
TIFF.
Okay. But for the
TIFF.
web use, you must convert them to JPEG.
I give my clients the TIFF file and zip file in high resolution.
Yes.
Ben? I don't know if you have any questions?
I have more about those old photos that I really like, the one with the fine things.
Uh-huh.
There were two of landscapes.
Ah,
Like it was like a lake with a house.
yes.
And it seems that only the house was in focus, but everything at the same level of the house was out of focus. How do you do it?
There was, I was using a very open step. It was, I think, 4.0, 4.5. And when I edit, I just make some out of focus in the image.
Around it, like it's like you have a circular filter there, and you open up.
As I work always with layers.
Okay.
And I usually make some unsharp in the image, and then I recover the how do you say that? Recuperas la imagen de abajo, el layer de abajo, y entonces puedes controlar constantemente qué parte de la imagen te interesa tener desenfocada o no. Porque yo desenfoco la de arriba, pero recupero la de abajo. Y recupero donde a mí me interesa recuperar y en el grado que quiero recuperar.
Como una máscara, ¿no?
Sí, sí.
Capa
Es
de
una máscara, siempre. Yo trabajo todo con máscaras. Y con capas.
Que es bastante complicado de aprender, si no entiendes. Photoshop tiene su...
No, mira, es pelearte un día, no, es entender el funcionamiento de esas capas, pero no.
Una pregunta más, ¿cuánto tiempo necesitas para entregar el producto? ¿Haces una sesión y cuánto tiempo, en cuántos días entregas
Una
el
semana.
trabajo? ¿En una semana? ¿Es rápido?
Estoy full time.
Bastante rápido. Muy bien.
Estoy full time. Cuando hago una sesión, estoy full time con ella.
Pues dices, en una semana vais a tener los frutos.
Sí.
Te lo prometes y lo cumples.
Sí. A menos, a ver, puede ser que a veces se me acumulen 2 sesiones o 3 en una semana y a lo mejor doy 10 días. Pero no es habitual.
¿Tú piensas que eso es muy importante?
¿El
Ser
tiempo
así,
de entrega?
Sí, y ser, claro, prometer, bueno, ser rápida, ¿no? No dejarlo 3 meses. por ejemplo.
No.
Es muy importante ser rápido.
Para mí es muy rápido, es muy importante. No, y además te voy a decir una cosa, las bodas... ¿Por qué me haces esa pregunta? De lo de...
No, yo a veces yo me estoy hundiendo en la multitud de trabajos que tengo. Entonces a veces
claro.
tardo más. Entonces después tengo que priorizar lo que es importante y que no.
Evidentemente.
Pero hay casos donde tardo bastante. Por eso pregunto si está fácil.
Claro. Yo intento siempre entregarlo en el menor tiempo posible. Pero insisto, si yo tengo una avalancha de trabajo y no puedo y veo que no puedo cubrirlo, le digo 15 días. Pero 15 días.
¿Este es tu límite?
Sí.
¿Esto
Sí.
lo consideras que es
A
muy
menos,
importante, entonces?
es que el tipo de trabajo que yo hago. Ahora, si me piden 300 imágenes, 10 días, no. Una boda son 3 meses. Una boda son 3 meses, ¿eh? Porque hay miles de fotos. Thanks, Ben.
Okay. Thank you very much, Julia.
Thanks to you all.
That's really good. Thank you very much for
Thank
that.
you.
That's really kind.
Thank you.
If you want to see more of Julia's work or looking for professional photographs, have a look at juliaartphotography.com, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, juliaartphotography.com. There's going to be a link on the meetup group. I imagine you're all quite cold now.
Yeah,
So let's walk briskly down to that bridge down there. We're going to sort of carry on there to take some more photographs as well. If you'd like to head home, that's equally fine. You look super cold, you're like this. Yeah, so if you want to either leave now on the train, or we're also going to go down to the bridge and take some more photographs down there, and I'm going to explain a few things. Okay? And yeah, thanks so much. Thank you very much.
Gracias a vosotros.
Good stuff.
Mis muletas.